Putin Bad News. Wagner's future in Belarus after Goltsov's departure is uncertain. There is still a lot of mystery surrounding the plane crash that killed Russian mercenary leaders Yevgeny Prigozhin and Dmitry Utkin 2 days after the crash. The Kremlin's official spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, denied that the men were killed on Putin's orders. The Wagner fighters, who mutinied against Russian military leaders in June and were exiled to Russia's ally Belarus, present a dilemma for the Belarusian government. Wagner soldiers, known for their extreme brutality, numbering in the range of 4,000 to 5,000, are set to be sent to the country as trainers. According to Düsseldorf University historian Alexander Friedman, who specializes in Eastern European history, Prigozhin's personal Wagner has come to an end. In spite of this, he said, Wagner fighters still remain in Africa or in Belarus, perhaps under the same name, but they will be subordinate to the Russian Defense Ministry. The dictator of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, wants to keep some Wagner fighters and incorporate them into his forces, according to Friedman. Friedman said, he has enough money to pay for up to 3,000 fighters, adding, but Moscow has the final say. According to Friedman, Russia would be better off without Wagner troops in Belarus. As a result, tensions could be reduced along the border with Poland and Lithuania, two EU member states where Wagner mercenaries are currently stationed and are seen as a threat. However, the scholar predicted that a sizable number of Wagner's troops would be deployed to either Russia or Africa. Independent Belarusian media project Pozerk analyst Aleksander Klasovsky disagrees. According to DW, Lukashenko told them that he has no plans to keep Wagner forces in Belarus. He said the mercenaries' lack of a new leader casts doubt on the survival of what was once a formidable fighting force with political aspirations. According to Klasovsky, both Putin and his Belarusian counterpart Lukashenko want Wagner to remain as weak as possible. Klasovsky further suggested that the EU and NATO fortify their border with Belarus. According to Klasovsky, it is not in Lukashenko's best interest for relations between Belarus and its European neighbors to have worsened to such an extreme degree. Therefore, he plans to work toward removing Wagner from the country. Valery Saakashchuk, a prominent exiled Belarusian commander with ties to opposition leader Sviatlana Tikhanovskaya, told DW that nothing good awaits the Wagner troops. Saakashchuk speculated that some Wagner mercenaries could remain in Belarus, because Russia has an interest in staging provocations along the EU border and acts of sabotage in Ukraine. He also noted that it would be crucial to provide the fighters with adequate funding. According to Grigory Nizhnikov, a researcher at the Finnish Institute of International Affairs, the Russian leadership's decision to exile Wagner fighters to Belarus was only a stopgap measure. To keep them in Belarus, he said, is neither a tactical nor a strategic goal. Nizhnikov stated that now that Prigozhin is gone, Lukashenko is neither able nor willing to lead the fighters. That's why he thinks Wagner's forces will pull out of Belarus before the year is out. I agree with Klasovsky. These folks have opposed Putin before, he remarked. According to him, he doesn't trust them. Therefore, according to Klasovsky, the Wagner group will be disbanded, and the soldiers will be sent in different directions, with some returning to civilian life, and others going to Africa.